नित्यानन्देश्वर समारम्भां नित्यानन्देश्वरि मध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। इस समय हमारे साथ उपस्थित सभी भक्तों, सन्यासियों और शिष्यों का प्रेम एवं आशीर्वाद सहित स्वागत करता हूँ। I welcome all the devotees, disciples, samajis, satsangis, srimahans, mahants, kotaris, tanedars who are sitting with us all over the world at this time through Nithyananda TV, Lotus News Channel, Sadhana TV, Janashri TV, Ishwar TV, and through two-way video conferencing, having Nayana Diksha in many cities, in many countries around the world. Cities sitting with us through two-way video conferencing, having Nayana Diksha, Calgary, Amarnath, Newfoundland, Canada, Gentown, Pennsylvania, Jorpati, Nepal, Dakota, Dunes, San Antonio, Texas, Tallahassee, Florida, Pretinas, Houston, Kalahasti, Hyderabad, Guptakashi, Nithyananda Gurukul, Biddi, Warrington, UK, Bangalore, Malleshwaram, New York, Varanasi, Kuala Lumpur, Palani, Coimbatore, Dhyanapitham, Nithyananda Nagaramu, Hyderabad, Scottsdale, Arizona, San Jose, Madurai, Los Angeles, Arunachalam, Ohio, Prayag, Vancouver, Bhubaneswar, Oklahoma, Somanatham, Guadalupe, Rameshwaram, Washington DC, Sripuram, Toronto, Kailasam, Seattle, Chidambaram, Charlotte, Srisailam, Ohio, Shivananda, Nithyananda Nagara, Biddi, Nithyananda Nagaramu, Hyderabad, Singapore, Singapuram, Jorpati, Nepal, Newfoundland, Canada, Oman, Sivagangai. I welcome all of you with my love and blessings. Today, I'll expand on this great truth, completion with others. Completion with others. Today is the Inner Awakening Level 2 is starting, 25th Inner Awakening. Inner Awakening Level 2 is starting. Listen. Completion with yourself is more like a spiritual practice. It is with completion with others, the life itself starts. Listen. It is from the completion with others, life starts. One of the biggest myths Hinduism had is completion with others. Of course, we had the principles of love, care, serve, all that. It's not that without those principles Hinduism grew up. No. Hinduism had all those principles. But unfortunately, in course of time, they all have been portrayed as a secondary qualities or may not be that important for enlightenment, that kind of qualities. The eternity being brought to immediacy. The context of eternity is brought to everyday lifestyle was missing. I am going to repeat, listen, because this whole 1 hour or 1.5 hours of satsang, 3-4 statements if you pick up, that is enough. Just 3-4 statements. and that becomes your cognition, that's enough. So listen to this statement. This completion with others was not promoted as a basic necessity to reach the ultimate experience. Unfortunately, escaping has become the generally promoted lifestyle. If you have an incompletion with family and parents and society, just escape to Haridwar, Rishikesh, or go up to Himalayas. If you have incompletions when you are down south, run away to Varanasi. After 1 year you will start having incompletion with people in Varanasi. Then run away to Haridwar. After 6 months you will start having incompletions with people in Haridwar. Then run away to Rishikesh. There you will start getting incompletions. Then run away to Uttarkasi. There once the incompletions are built, then run away to Gangotri. There only once incompletions are built with others, then run away to Tapovan. Tapovan, nobody else is there, only you are there. Then you think you are complete. Completion is complete when you can come down to the plains and remain complete. Completion is complete when you can come down to the plains and remain complete. One thing I can tell you, I never have had any incompletion with any person or situation. Throughout this whole experience of my public life, after I came down to the plains, never ever I felt life is incomplete. Never experienced any incompletion with people. Whether they experienced with me or not, you have to ask them. I am very clear. You need to know, escaping from the situations where the incomplete there can never be the solution for incompletions. That will become one more pattern of incompletion. Whenever you see a conflict, just take off. Whenever you see a conflict, the taking off becomes a pattern. Yesterday I was reading a wonderful book, Sadhus of India. One nice thing about that author, he neither supports Hinduism nor opposes Hinduism. He is not a vested interest of 4M, Marxist media in our national thought trend. People are not understanding its dangers. I can say it is the incompletion of the whole country. This guy who wrote this book, The Sadhus of India, is not influenced by any of this 4M, and he is neither supporting Hinduism. He is just like an observer or an investigator. But finally, end of the book I saw he is already in love with Hinduism. Understand, anybody comes with an open mind. Even if you come with a closed mind, we are capable enough to. Anybody comes with an open mind, over. Then you are here for a treat and a feast. But in this, throughout that book, it was a thorough study. It goes to the depth of how many times sadhus have felt sick in their lifetime. You need to know. He has surveyed among huge number all over India, more than 4 times who fell sick and went to bed rest. Only 1%. Can you imagine? More than 4 in their lifetime, more than 4 times fell sick and had a bed rest, only 1%. I was shocked, oh God. And never fell sick, 52%. And really I wanted to call the author and honor him, but unfortunately he passed away. He left the body. His name is Tripathi. He has done such an amazing research and thorough study, including how they have money and I don't know how he was able to get these details. He even went up to asking the personal questions of sadhus. How is their celibacy life and all that. And he has documented all of that. That is very surprising. Throughout the book, I discovered one secret. It is unfortunate that we put the concept of completion with others in the back burner. Please understand. The concept of completion with others in the back burner. We have all the best things because our rishis are the best people. They have no vested interest. They neither have association with the government nor have association with the army or have association with the banks. They are neither Vaishyas nor Kshatriyas. I am saying by quality, not by birth. By quality. Based on the karma and mental setup, they are neither Vaishyas nor Kshatriyas or Shudras. They were purest Brahmanas, the Jivan Muktas, holding a high enlightened consciousness. They formed the nucleus of the Hindu civilization. Around them the layers and layers and layers we happened. They formed the nucleus. Hardwar, the door to Mahadeva. Please understand, Hardwar means door to Mahadeva. This city was called as Gangadwar and Hardwar. Door to Mahadeva. This is exactly the place where the nucleus was getting created, formed. We had all the best things, but in course of time, we put some things in the back burner. That is completion with others. I can say all the suffering we are having, all the degradation we are facing, all the abusal others are causing and we ourselves are causing to us, everything can be boiled down to not completing with the others. The completion with others, I can say, this was the greatest contribution of Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda's greatest contribution to Hinduism, he brought this idea of completion with others to the front. Even though the mainstream Hinduism, the traditional orthodox Hinduism, classified Vivekananda as a reformist, I'll classify Swami Vivekananda as a revivalist, not reformist. Understand, I wanted you to know very clearly. He revived, not reformed. There were some other organizations, you can call them as reformers, like Brahma Kumaris, Brahmo Samaj, Arya Samaj. You can call all of them as reformers. But Vivekananda is a straight reviver. And there were some organizations, radical also, Anand Marg. There are some orthodox, some reformists, some radical. Tripathi observes, the author of the book, he observes Shankaracharya's, Karpatri Maharaj, all of them as orthodox, traditional, Brahma Kumaris, Osho, all of them as reformists, Anand Marg, all of them as radicals. In my view, I wanted to add the fourth category, revivers. I'll classify Swami Vivekananda in that category. He revived it. At least at the best he tried. He lived just 40 years on the planet Earth. Please understand, the revival I wanted to be very clearly known forever in the future only as a reviver. I am neither a reformer nor a radicalist. I am a reviver of orthodox Hinduism. I am a reviver of true orthodox Catholicity of Hinduism. I am very clear about it. Seeing my activeness, don't call me as a reformer. Seeing my stern views, don't call me as a radicalist. I may have all the dimensions, but in the core, I am a reviver of orthodox Hinduism. Maybe I can say the user-friendly version of Hinduism. I am very clear about it. I don't want to be remembered, called as a reformer or radicalist. No. This revival is possible. All my disciples, followers all over the world should know. We are in the mission of reviving, not reforming or radical. So you need to be very clear about what are we. We are in the line of reviving, making Hinduism user-friendly to people. Listen, all the Gurukul kids, remember very clearly, you are a reviver. And I also have a good news for Gurukul kids. In Haridwar, I am collecting all the legal opinions and the legal possibilities of giving sannyas when you are a minor. In the Haridwar, there is a tradition called Bala Sant. Not just Krama Brahmacharya, you are given sannyas itself with Vraja Homa. The moment we have a property, an ashram in Haridwar, we don't even need to go to Bali or Sri Lanka to give sannyas. In India itself, because Haridwar is considered as the headquarters of Hinduism, this is a Hindu city, giving sannyas initiation, making bal sons is not illegal. All akhadas have bal sons, and all many major ashrams have bal sons. They don't give Krama Brahmacharya or Naishtika Brahmacharya, they are given sannyas straight away. And I was studying their psychology and the inner space. They don't repent. I am studying some of the kids who received sannyas at the age of 5, 6. And now they are 15, 16, some 18. They are in the teenage, adolescence age. They are not repenting that they have made sannyasis and all that. They are happy and joyful and enjoying. When I was studying their inner space, I realized from the young age, when you create a space that you are a sannyasi, you become simply a successful sannyasi. So the next release of Nithyananda Dhyanapitham is going to be a Bal Sannyasi Training Center in Haridwar. The Bal Sant Training Center in Haridwar. Very soon you can expect. I will study the horoscope and Nadi reading, ask Kalabhairava, tak, give sannyas. I am going to produce some of the greatest Siddha Purushas, you understand, you will see. All our Gurukul kids, you should remember, we are reviving Vedic tradition. All my sannyasis, you remember, position yourself properly in your thinking. We are not reformists, radicals, we are revivers. And I found it very interesting. The Bala Sants are given the equal place, equal seat in Bandara, respected as sadhus in the schools, colleges, and the friends don't tease them, call them as swamis, even though they don't touch the feet, but they do namaskar. It was very interesting to see the insiders' lifestyle. I was enchanted to spend little time with 4 of the Bala Sannyasis came yesterday. And the amount of confidence they radiate, God, because they know every name, big name. You tell about Hinduism, they know everybody who is who, what is what, where is where. They know all good news, bad news, gossip, rumor, everything in the sadhu community. Because of that, they have amazing confidence on this lifestyle. Completion with others is a spiritual quality, that's all. It is necessary for enlightenment. Unfortunately, we always got the idea, if you have incompletion with others, run away to the higher planes where less people are there. No, that is not a solution. That is not a solution. Completion with others is the basic necessity, the basic quality you need for enlightenment. how to complete with others and how to maintain completion with others is what we are going to see the whole inner awakening level 2. One of the biggest cancer came to Hinduism, happened to Hinduism. We have to do surgery and remove this cancer, remove this tumor. Don't go on be foolishly believing that everything will be well by its default future. No. What has happened by default future? From Gandhar, we have been reduced to Kashmir. These foolish fellows go on arguing with me. No, Sanatana Dharma, it can never be erased, it can never be destroyed, it will be there forever, somehow it will survive, something will happen. No, these are all the foolish ideas spread by missionaries to keep us lazy without doing anything to revive ourselves, revitalize ourselves. No. If the default future is the truth, then what happened? We were there from Bali to Gandhar in last 500 years. See the way we shrunk. We lost. Now in Pakistan also nobody is there, and Bangladesh also nobody is there, and slowly shrinking from all direction. Sri Lanka, nobody is there. Burma, all kicked out. The only way you can revive, the only way you can cure the cancer came to Sanatana Dharma is realizing the truth, completion with others, maintaining completion with others, living in the space of completion with others is a spiritual truth that is required for a spiritual enlightenment. Because as long as your body is moving and functioning, others are part of you. You are part of them. If you are not ready to be in the space of completion with others, you can't be completion with yourself. Understand? People sometimes ask me, how do I know whether I am suppressing or completing? If you are able to be in the space of completion with others, you are completing inside you with you also. If you are not able to be in the space of completion with others, then inside you, you are not completing with yourself, you are only suppressing. So the scale to find whether you are completing or suppressing, completing or brooding over, completing or waiting for a chance to take revenge. I have seen many people. In the name of completion, now I am completing, but I am not going to keep quiet. I will wait for time. When my time comes, I will tell you what to do. I will do what needs to be done. Completion with others is a spiritual practice. Completion with yourself is like Mahadeva. Completion with others is like Devi. Devi is required for the life to happen. That is why in all our temples, I have put Devi along with Mahadeva. I have not put Devi as a separate deity. Understand? Completion with others is the basic truth required for enlightenment. Maybe even completion with yourself can be put in the back burner, but not the completion with others. If possible, both should be in the front burner, but the way the gas prices are going, you may not be able to do it. At least put the completion with others as the front burner. Understand? the science of completion with others, that should be given the first priority for Hinduism next 100 years. Next 100 years we should take this up as a mission. Completion with others. Everyone should be taught the science of completion with others, because Hinduism itself is a religion of Sangha. And when the concept of Sangha is getting broken, disintegrated, that religion is also disintegrated. Whether our Varna concept or Ashrama concept, Varnashrama Dharma is based on the concept of Sangha. As a Brahmachari, all Brahmacharis are expected to live as a Sangha, which is university. As a Grihastha, all Grihasthas are expected to live as a Sangha, which is called Nagara. As a Vanaprasthis, all Vanaprasthis are expected to live as a Sangha, which is called Rishikuls, Tapovanas. As a Sannyasis, all of us are expected to live as a Sangha, which is a monastery, Mata, Ashrama. Even as communities, we are all expected to live as a Sangha. Hinduism is based on Sangha, because the whole Hinduism is built on the concept of Sangha. The word Dhyana is more understood as a completion with yourself, but the word Sangha is the complete word. Here you need to have a completion with yourself and others and everything. Only then you can be a Sangha. The most important, first priority, top mission of our Sangha is constantly helping people to complete with others. Constantly be in the completion, be in the space of completion with others, and teach completion with others to everyone. That is where the Sangha starts. It is with completion with others, life starts in you. Completion with yourself, peace starts in you. With completion with others, bliss starts in you. Just with peace, you can't live your life. When you are completing with yourself, peace starts in you. When you are completing with others, bliss starts in you. So, O humanity, be blissful, not just peaceful. You happened to be blissful, not to be just peaceful. आज के सत्संग में हम दूसरों के साथ पूर्णत्व करने पर बात करेंगे। जब आप दूसरों के साथ पूर्णत्व करते हैं, तभी जीवन का आरंभ होता है। सनातन हिंदू धर्म के सबसे महत्वपूर्ण सिद्धांत में से ये एक है। ध्यान से सुनिए, दूसरों के साथ पूर्णत्व को एक मूल आवश्यकता की तरह नहीं देखा गया। दुर्भाग्यवश जीवन से भाग जाने को जीवन शैली बना लिया गया। अगर आपको अपूर्णत्व का आभास होता है तो आप स्थान परिवर्तित कर देते हैं, किंतु आपको समझना चाहिए कि आपको पूर्णत्व लोगों के साथ करना होगा। परिस्थिति से भाग जाने से अपूर्णत्व का समाधान कभी नहीं होगा। कल मैं एक पुस्तक पढ़ रहा था, साधुस ऑफ इंडिया। पुस्तक में आता है कि 52% साधु अपने जीवन में कभी रोगी नहीं हुआ। पूरी पुस्तक से मैंने एक बात देखी, हम दूसरों के साथ पूर्णत्व के सिद्धांत को प्राथमिकता नहीं देते हैं। भारत के ऋषि विश्व के सर्वोत्तम लोग हैं, उन्होंने ही हिंदू संस्कृति की नींव रखी। उन्होंने सबसे उत्तम बातों की खोज की और हमें प्रदान की, किंतु हमारी सभी समस्या का मूल कारण यही है कि हम दूसरों से पूर्णत्व करना भूल गए। विवेकानंद ने यही कार्य बहुत अच्छे से किया। उन्होंने दूसरों के साथ पूर्णत्व को पुनः मुख्य धारा में प्रविष्ट कर दिया। पुस्तक में कई सारे संगठन और उनके कार्यों का विवरण है। ब्रह्म कुमारी, आनंद मार्ग, ओशो, स्वामी विवेकानंद आदि। कृपया समझिए, स्वामी विवेकानंदा ने हिंदू धर्म का पुनः जागरण किया है, ना कि उसमें सुधार। मैं भी आपको बताना चाहता हूँ, मैं हिंदू धर्म के पुनः जागरण के लिए कार्य करता हूँ। भविष्य में मुझे सुधारक नाम से ना जाने, मैं हिंदू धर्म के पुनः जागरण के लिए हूँ। हरिद्वार में बाल संत की परंपरा है। यहाँ पर बाल आयु में संन्यास देना संभव है। बहुत शीघ्र ही हरिद्वार में हम बाल संत आश्रम शुरू करेंगे। आप देखेंगे कि मैं महान सिद्ध पुरुष बनाना वाला हूँ। हमारे सभी सन्यासी समझ ले कि हम लोग हिंदू धर्म के पुनः जागरण के लिए हैं। Essence of today's satsang, completion with others. That is a basic truth you need, basic principle you need for your enlightenment.
I bless you all. Let you all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching and causing eternal bliss. Nithyananda. Thank you.
Nithyananda Dhyanapītam, Nithyananda Nagar, off Mysore Road, Bidadi, Bengaluru. Phone 08027279999. www.nithyananda.org. www.youtube.com/Life Bliss Foundation.